Hello, hello. So this is Spirituality in Everyday Life live session, which I didn't schedule. So whoever pops in, if possible, that would be great. But if not, that's also okay. You can watch this on replay. And I just wanted to talk to you guys. Sorry, that's my pen. Talk to you guys about this month's topic of abundance. So, first of all, thank you very much for voting in the poll that I have shared in the group and letting me know what it is that you think abundance is, or what do you understand by the word abundance. It was very helpful, and I can see, I'm just looking on the results, I can see that majority has chosen the second option that talks about unlimited opportunities, things, experiences. Then second place was a state of happiness, and 1% it shows me plenty of money. So yeah, so as you can see, there are very different ideas of what abundance is, um, and how we understand it. I have also shared with you the message that I have been inspired with when I asked angels for inspiration on the topic of abundance. I'll just quickly read it out. And it was: abundance is a state of being. When you feel fulfilled and happy with your life, you're in a state of abundance. It comes from within first and shows itself outwardly in the world you're participating in. So there was a question: what does your internal world look like, and can you see its reflection in your environment? Where do you feel lack in your physical world that you can address internally to alchemize this scarcity belief into abundance? Which leads me to the next point of what isn't abundance. So, what is the opposite of abundance? And those would be things like lack, scarcity. I'm sorry about the noise from the outside. Actually, I might just, one second. Okay, I'm back. I'm just trying to reduce any sort of noise from the outside world as much as I can, but it is very warm, actually quite hot today where I am. So I have been leaving windows open, but I'll just close it for a little while. Anyway, so the opposite of abundance would be the feeling of scarcity, lack, not enoughness, right? And so from that description that I have shared with you from the angels that was inspired, it it does start from our internal state, whether we like it or not. I seem to be saying that phrase, whether we like it or not, quite a lot because I feel like we have come into a habit of not putting the responsibility on ourselves to make our own life better. And a lot of us have this habit of blaming everything else. So whether it's family, friends, wrong environment, wrong, I don't know, neighborhood, wrong town, wrong country, wrong continent, I don't know, politics, economy, we can. Hello, Diana. Thank you very much for joining. Um, I'm talking about the abundance today. Um, and I would love for people to join in the conversation. So I was just mentioning how we have this habit, a lot of us, on blaming our lack of something on something external. And that obviously doesn't mean that things aren't happening in the world, that economy sometimes isn't bad, or horrible atrocities are happening. It's not to deny any of this, but um, when it comes to our personal lives, there's a lot in our power that we can change to make our lives better. And we are entering into the time where we're really asked to look at our own inward world first. This is one of the how should I say this? So this is where the world is going towards right now. If you are, in this group, then most likely you are interested in spirituality. You must be to some extent if you're here. And if you are, then you might have noticed that a lot of these spiritual topics and people finding spirituality and sort of awakening to it, let's say, started happening in the past few years. So there was quite a big boom, quite a big growth when it comes to people entering the world of spirituality, even if they didn't consider themselves spiritual before. I'm definitely one of them. Although I always had an open mind, I never really paid that much attention to the word as spiritual, although there was a time when I described myself. When someone asked me, I think at work, someone asked me if I'm religious or if I follow a religion, because I'm from Poland originally, so obviously they thought maybe I'm Catholic, but I said I'm not religious. However, I do believe there's something more that we just don't know about. But what I don't think I specifically called myself spiritual at the time. So anyway, spirituality in itself, I believe because of that, is just the openness to the knowledge that there probably is something more than just us and just our human experience, or that at least our human experience is driven by something else, something bigger, something not bigger as in better than us, but something that we just can't see with our physical eyes, but it has, and it has sort of larger goal. I don't know. Anyway, so a lot of people started waking up and looking at things from a different perspective a few years back, and still are continuing. And so I believe this is one of the reasons, because we are moving into the next age of Earth that will be a lot more focused on people realizing their spiritual side, basically. In short, I don't want to go too far with this whole, where the world is going. Excuse me 1 second, because I just dropped something. Because it's not exactly my area of expertise, and although I listen to a lot of other people talking about it, I just don't feel like it's my place right now. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit with you. So anyway, going back to abundance. So because of that, I feel one of the huge reasons for people feeling unhappy in life is abundance issues, or abundance. It all stems from them feeling abundant in their life. Diana, by the way, if you're still watching, did you take part in the poll by any chance? Just wondering. And if you did you choose, which option did you choose? I'll just give you a second. So sorry, I'm a little bit like, because sometimes I often have so many things to say, but I don't want to say too much, and just because you probably, whoever has been listening to me before, you know that it usually takes me quite a long time to record stuff, because I just can't shut up. You didn't see the poll? Oh, okay. Because I was asking in the poll what what comes to your mind when you hear the word abundance? Maybe you can just tell me now in the comments, what is it that comes to your mind when you hear the word abundance? So whilst I wait for Diana to let me know what she thinks about the subject, now maybe let's move on to how can you create abundance in your life, whatever it is that abundance means to you. Well, as I mentioned, it comes from within first. So if we address our spirit and our soul, first of all, and our heart's desire, we will find most likely the culprit, let's say, of us feeling lackful or living in scarcity. So for instance, like I said, there was maybe 1%, which I guess means one person, has voted plenty of money. Now, I would ask that person to maybe have a little think about, why do you think that plenty of money makes you feel scarcity in your life? So I would challenge that thought, because we put a lot of, I want to say, pressure and weight onto the topic of money, and the money being the the solver of all problems that we might have. However, without obviously knowing that person's personal circumstances, I obviously can't know what's happening in their personal life, but I would challenge them to kind of inquire with themselves, is it anything to do with, so like if you had that money, that plenty of money that you believe maybe would make you feel abundant, what does it mean? Like, what does it translate to? Does it mean your family's taken care of? Does it mean, I don't know, you can travel around the world more, or do you not travel at all? Is there something that you are trying to pursue in life that money would fix for you? Because, as I said, we put a lot of weight on the topic of money and finances, and we often don't realize that actually when we start inquiring it within ourselves, it turns out that it's not the money or the lack of it that is making us not feel abundant. It's actually something else. Maybe it's to do with finding the right partner. Maybe the scarcity and the lack that we feel actually comes from not feeling loved, for example, from the lack of being able to self-express. I don't know. There are so many things. And so I would love people to challenge whatever your answer was, if it was the state of happiness or unlimited opportunities, things / experiences, or whatever other answer you have. Just have a little me time and ask yourself, where is it really coming from? So let's see, Diana. So having enough, plenty, and not feeling a sense of lack. Yeah. And that's, I'm guessing, enough and plenty of, there's not a specific thing that you're talking about. It's just, there's something it's the feeling of not enough of something. And I'm sure, you would probably, if you were asked to ask yourself, there would be something specific eventually, if you dig deep enough. So although I'm doing this live on my Facebook group, I will be sharing it as a podcast episode and onto my YouTube. So I'm just letting people know, as I want to share these sessions, spirituality and everyday life. So Diana says it can be anything really, not enough money or love or happiness, etc. Yeah, exactly. So it's very, very individual. And I think once we see other people's answers, we can then realize that, oh, so, you know, abundance means that to that person, abundance means something else to the other person. And we might start questioning, you know, our own answer and maybe why do we not feel abundant? And it can provide some answers for us. So, Diana, would you like a card? So I did bring cards with me because I thought if someone joins me live, then I would like to ask Spirit to tell us what might be blocking a person from experiencing, maybe not experiencing, but feeling abundant. If there's anything blocking you. If you feel like this is a question you'd like to ask Diana, let me know. And I'll pull one of the color cards and we'll see which chakra that answer might be sitting in at. Sitting at? I don't know. That was my little plan. You'd love a card. Okay. So let's see. So we are asking angels and spirit to let us know what might be blocking Diana from feeling abundant right now. I'm smiling because I'm like, I was kind of thinking, well, feeling that's what it is. Because you've got the pink color, Diana, and it says, let love in. So that's your heart chakra, my friend. And it's really interesting that this card says, let love in. It's not about giving love, it's about letting love in. And how can we let love in? So this is for anyone who might be watching this on replay as well. If it resonates with you, take it, please, because I feel like this is such a topic that actually so many people are not aware of. Pink equals love, and I knew it before you pulled it. Exactly, I knew it as well. So there you go. So this is just a confirmation, I suppose, that comes to you externally, right? I feel like most of our feeling of lack comes from this, from lack of feeling loved. And as I was speaking about the state of being internally and what can we do internally for ourselves to experience abundance, I would turn this message on its head and say, you need to love yourself first. I'm just going to read the comment, and it's a tulip flower on the card, my favorite. Is it your favorite? Well, there you go. Isn't that just so synchronistic? I love it. And it's such a strong pink color. This is a very strong, this is a very like glaringly heart chakra kind of color, because there are all different shades and tones in this deck. So that's really interesting. And so, yeah, let love in. But I feel like I'm talking we because I feel like this will definitely resonate with more than just one person. We often are unable to let love in when we are unable to love ourselves fully. So there are many ways that we can start recognizing beauty and value in ourselves first. And when we do so, we can then start letting love in from others and from universe, from life, because as we know by now, universe is love, the divine particles, let's say, of all of us, the energy of universe, of the source, the universal source, is love, right? So if we're unable to receive that love, or love ourselves, then we're unable to receive it from anywhere, because universe, source is in everything, right? So I hope everyone understands what I'm trying to say, is when we just accept the energy of love, when we cultivate the energy of love within ourselves, then it will start bringing love towards us, which, and love is everything. So love is money, love is opportunities, things, I don't know, trips, whatever the abundance, again, going back to whatever abundance means to you, all of that is made up of love, sources, love, energy. Um, so I think that's actually a very nice conclusion to this talk. I don't want to make it too long. These will be just up to maybe just 30-minute long sessions. And yeah, so thank you very much, anyone who was watching. Thank you, Diana, for joining, and thank you very much for letting me pull a card for you. And I'm sending this message to everyone who will be watching this on replay at any point from now till future. And yeah, if you would like to participate in these talks, then please just join my Angel Club Facebook group. So I'm saying this to people watching this potentially on YouTube or listening to my podcast. You're more than welcome. It would be lovely to have you here. And at the end, I just want to do a little spiel and just let you guys know and give you a little reminder that I will be running manifestation workshop. This workshop, although I'm planning to run it in person, it will actually be, if you can't make it to in-person workshops, they will be available to purchase as an online on-demand workshop as well. And so if abundance is something that you would like to attract into your life, then I would highly recommend you doing that workshop. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.